All right, y'all. So I'm trying to make this really quick. I want to talk to you guys really quick before I end today and touch on a little bit about destiny swapping. Um, some of the signs that you can tell someone is trying to destiny swap with you, or they may be trying to, and then what you should do if you start to suspect that someone is trying to do this. So, what is destiny swapping? Destiny swapping is basically what I just said. In so many words, that person or the objective is to swap their destiny with yours. Um, and that means if you're a person that is promised a certain lifestyle in this life, if you whatever's tied to your destiny, if it's of good fortune, if it's um, an abundance of blessings, if there are certain doors and opportunities that you're meant to have, that you're meant to walk through, and opportunities that you're meant to have, and it's like whatever's ordained for you to have, and it's like if it's of good energy and positive blessings, and let's say that person is not destined for that, or they won't have as much opportunities, or it just kind of depends on, I would say, that person's destiny, their fate, what they're meant to do here. Um, but a lot of times people try to swap destinies with people. Yes, it's because of jealousy, but I truly feel they be on assignment from the enemy. To be quite honest, it like if you really kind of dig a little deep as to why people do that, at least the spiritual aspect of it, I feel like they be on assignment from the enemy. But neither here or there. Um, it's when a person is trying to swap out your destiny and what you're fated for, and put their burdens onto you, and they take your good luck, your blessings, etc. Um, and in some cases, it might even take on your looks. If they, I know that sounds crazy how I just said that, but you, that's what folks really be out here trying to fucking do. So here's some of the signs that you can look out for, and what you can do if you suspect somebody's trying to do this to you. So first sign, you might notice that whoever you're tied to, let's say this is a friend, coworker, might be a family member. Let's say you start to notice that this person is becoming obsessed with you, to where this person is asking you a bunch of questions all the time. And majority of these questions that this person is asking you, they might ask you questions like that's not correlated to you, but the majority of the questions that they're going to ask you is surrounding yourself. And that could be anything. What are you choosing to wear today? If so, what designer? What perfume are you deciding to wear? Is that your favorite perfume? If you have a romantic partner that you're dealing with, so what's going on with your relationship? How long y'all been dating? What's his name? Etc. etc. Oh, I know you had your hair purple last week. Are you planning on coloring it in a different color? If so, what's the color? Or what type of hair routine do you do? What products do you use? This person will want to know everything there is to know about you. So they will prompt these questions to you. They will ask these questions to you, to try to gain as much knowledge about you as they possibly can. Now, let's first say, for instance, this might be a stranger. This might be somebody you don't damn know. Let's say this person watches you all the time on your social media. They watch your stories, they watch all your videos. Maybe they like stuff, maybe they never really like all your stuff, but this is the same person constantly watching. Now, we could argue that this could be a monitoring spirit. Maybe they monitoring your movements in a spiritual sense to take it all back, to take all the information back to your enemies or your ops, take it back to the enemy. Maybe that's the case. Maybe we can argue that. But let's say they're watching you to destiny swap. 9 times out of 10, this person is not going to like all of what you post, or they're not going to try to make it so obvious because they want to be discreet about what they're doing. That's their way. Watching your social media is their way of gaining information on you, to study your likeness, to study your mannerisms. Like, I know as I'm explaining this shit sounds batshit crazy, but you'd be surprised. That's why I be telling y'all, like, some of y'all, I don't know how many messages I did it a while back, but there was on a few occasions that I picked up energy like that in some of my readings. And I be telling y'all, call your fucking energy back. Destiny swapping is a real fucking thing. It's a real fucking thing. So again, let's say whoever this friend, coworker is, friend, family friend, or actual family member. Let's say you've been telling this person all your damn business, not thinking nothing too much of it. Next thing you know, things start to become stagnant in your life. Whereas before, they weren't so stagnant. Opportunities were coming your way, blessings were coming your way, but now you're starting to notice that a lot of that is slowing down. That's another sign. The other sign is that you lose your sense of identity. One moment you have this sense about who you are. You feel like you're in your own energy, your own thoughts, your own personality. Like, you feel like you are you, if I'm making sense. And then the next moment you start to feel as if you're not necessarily you, or you start to feel like something, like you have a loss of identity, so it's hard for you to decipher who you are. I know that don't make any sense, but I'm hoping I'm making sense. 9 times out of 10, that person is doing whatever ritual they're doing to swap the destinies between you and them. So they're going to take on your personality, you're going to take on theirs. So in the sense where you feel like you don't feel like yourself, and you start feeling like you, I don't know, have these thoughts that are not yours, acting in a way that's not you. The minute you start to feel off and you feel that shift in your energy to where you don't feel like yourself, literally, call your energy back. That will be the time that you need to do that shit. Because that means in that moment, that person, whatever they're doing, they're swapping the energy. They're reversing, they're whatever the fuck, they're trying to call in your energy and transferring their energy to you. The other thing that you might notice is that when you might be around this person, you might feel a sense of being fatigued, almost as if something is draining you. 9 times out of 10, that's a sign where somebody is trying to siphon off your energy, destiny swap, so they can swap out your abundance for that. It's all sorts of shit that people be out here fucking doing, bro. Like, there's a lot of victims that are coming out telling their stories, but that is some of the signs that you can tell somebody's trying to destiny swap with you. I hope this message helped. But